Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar,
and you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice. This is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show. Good morning, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning, Memphis, Tennessee. It is your morning host and co-host, DJ Kitty here, with my girl, Miss Morningstar, and we are from Our Plugs, the community connection. We're coming to you this beautiful Wednesday morning. Another day closer to the weekend, another day closer to enjoying our lives outside of work. Day 3 of the week, and it's a great morning. It's a great morning to be above ground versus below, so I hope everyone's enjoying their week thus far. I want to say, I hope out there in Holly Springs, Mississippi and Memphis, Tennessee, you guys are taking care of yourselves and you are asking people to register to vote. We're going to keep saying that. Now, I want to say good evening to our family and friends on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you for joining and being a part of our journey. We could not do this without you, so we appreciate you guys for showing up every single day. All right. Let me remind everybody out in Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee, and in range of my voice, to drink 16 ounces of water as soon as you wake up every single morning. Get that water intake. Get it down. I know you may not like the taste of water. Get used to it. It's the best thing for you as long as it's clean. Also, take your morning medication and your vitamins. Yes, take your vitamins. That's right. Praise the Lord, saints. Absolutely. And eat you a healthy, nutritious breakfast first thing in the morning. All right, because breakfast is what? The most important meal of the day. Get your blood flowing, that water gets you going, continue on the right path. That being said, right path, let's get into these affirmations. And we get those affirmations from my girl, my little sister, Miss Morningstar, the affirmation queen. Good morning, Miss Morningstar. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy hump day, y'all.
Yes.
2 more days, then we get our 48 hours. Oh, wait a minute. We get a little bit more than 48 hours.
We get 72 hours.
Yes. Let's celebrate a win. That's a win, y'all. That's a win. So, yes, it's Memorial Day weekend, so we are off. So, let's get into this Wednesday. Let's reset and get ready to rest, okay? Because that's what these affirmations is about. It's about rest and reset, okay? Lately, sometimes you feel like you need a little more rest. I was just talking to Kitty about it. We do. We tired. We've been going. We got projects going on. We got proms and graduations and, just a lot going on top of regular life. So I decided that I was going to look for some affirmations that will, help us reset and kind of rest our minds and try to get back into just a realignment type of feel. When you're at home and something doesn't work, it's going slow or having problems, you constantly, like the internet connection. Kitty was having internet connections the other day. Things just happen, right? Yeah. So we usually just unplug it and then reset. That's what we're going to do with these affirmations. And that's what I want you guys to think about when we talk about this, okay? So first, I'm going to start with 6 powerful affirmations to reset yourself, okay? We'll start with 6. So start by saying this. Today is a fresh start, and I'm reclaiming it as my own. I reset. My reset is productive and allows me to reset and realign. I trust that there is no better movement to start than right now, and that there is no such thing as too late.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the power of my dreams and my abilities to reach them. I'm letting go of any negative self beliefs or past disappointments and making space for something greater. I will move forward today with a life I'm excited to lead. Okay, so that was the six. Then we're going to do a few more. I ask for help when I need it. Just ask, y'all. When you need help, ask for it. Closed mouth can't get fed. I know
Closed
that.
mouth.
I used to hear all the time as a kid. Closed mouth don't get fed. I'm surrounded by love. I have the best community, as you do. You're here at R Plus Community Connection. You have the best community to be around, great people.
Yes.
I choose faith over fear. I'm focused on being my best self. I have clarity of thought. I stay on task and stay on time. I feel motivated. I believe in myself. I've got this. All things are working together for my good. The best is yet to come. And last, I celebrate in advance right now in this moment because even when it feels like things are out of my control, I know that I can achieve anything I put my mind to.
I agree with that 1,000%. Anything you put your mind to, all you got to do is get up and do it. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Thank you,
yes,
Good Morning
yes.
Star.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
those were positive affirmations that everybody needs to hear daily, and not just hear them, put them into fruition. Make it happen.
Make
Get
it
up one
happen.
foot in front of the other and make it happen. All right, let's hop onto this weather now. Tuesday, it was pretty dreary in Houston, as well as Memphis and Holly Springs. Yes, it was
Okay.
raining quite
Yeah,
a bit.
rain.
We still have a little bit of rain in the forecast. Holly Springs today, you have a high of 74, a low of 64. Feels like 76 during the day, 69 at night, with a 66% chance of rain. Winds are out of the west southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We're going to have some morning showers and afternoon possible thunderstorms. So please take your umbrella. Be careful when you are driving. Slow down. It'll be there. And if you have to rush, you should have left yesterday. Slow down. Humidity will be very high all day long. So, sinus medication, plenty of water, and slow on the gas. Yes, yes. Memphis, Tennessee today, similar weather. A high of 74, low of 65. Feels like 76 during the day, 70 at night, with a 57% chance of rain. Winds out of the north northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We are going to have some morning showers. Afternoon is going to be cloudy and patchy fog. Be careful out there. Make sure you are driving within the speed limit. You may want to slow down. I slow down when it's raining because people in Houston cannot drive. So I always slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Humidity is very high all day long. Again, drink plenty of water. Try and flush out your system because of, all these male trees in the that America decided to stock up with. That's a whole nother story. I digress. All right, Houston, H-Town, hot Houston. We have a high today of 82, a low of 73. Feels like 87 during the day, 76 at night, with a 24% chance of rain. Winds out of the east southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be overcast pretty much all morning. There may be some stray showers in the afternoon, mid-evening. Humidity will be high, very high all day. So get out there, be careful, have a safe Wednesday, enjoy yourself, regardless of what you're doing. Even if you're going to work, try and enjoy your day at work. Don't
Please.
I listen to this one song every morning on my way to work, and I think I shared it with you and Miss Jack. And it's basically me going on, the young man that's singing it, he's giving me inspiration to walk into the job, and he's saying all the things I need to say, I want to say, but I refrain from saying. So he's getting it out, and I laugh. Oh, what, Miss Jack? I'm just saying. She knows what I'm talking about, but I do listen to it on my way to work. I even shared it with a couple of coworkers, and now they listen to it on their way to work because, hey, you got to get it out your system, you know?
It's better out than in, and
Yes.
sometimes if it come out the wrong way, so just get it out the way,
Get
then
it out. Hey,
go
Ma,
ahead and go in there.
before you even go in, just get it out your
Exactly.
system.
Just get it out there.
Trust me, you'll feel a lot better. You can walk in there with a smile on your face, thinking
Crip.
about how you said
You
what you
said you
wanted
walk
to
in there
say.
gangster, you crip walk in.
But
Hey.
didn't nobody say anything about Crip walking into the job, Miss Morningstar?
I was just saying what she did. What Miss Jackson said, she activate her gangster. Is that what you're saying? She
Well,
get gangster
sometimes you
before she
got to,
walk in the building.
yeah, sometimes you have to activate your,
Well, what do my cup say?
okay. Well,
Capricorns,
yeah,
coffee activates my gangster.
it does. And you got that cup from Mrs. Jack.
Mrs. Sparkle Kicks, check
Sparkle
out her
Kicks.
on our plugs.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. A good shout out. Yes, that coffee mugs, baby.
coffee mugs.
All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into some news that we can use.
It's always like a deep breath before we get into this, y'all, because I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all president, he's out of
Okay,
control.
now,
Y'all president is out of control.
he ain't got no sense.
He is
None.
completely lost his rabbit mind. Y'all know what I want to say.
What do you do now,
Just the fact that I'm back on this $1.7 billion of our money that he wants to give to the people who went into Congress, smear poop on the wall,
domestic terrorists? That's what they
climbed
want
like
to
they
hear.
was monkeys outside, broke windows,
Like
assaulted
savages.
police officers, uh, had bear spray, had nooses, had all kind of weaponry, and threatened to unalive the vice president of the United States at the time, Mike Pence. But he want to give them reparations, y'all.
Reparations.
Where our money?
Before you want to give black people
Yeah, for chattel
reparations
slavery.
for
Yeah,
all chattel slavery,
all
throwing
of
our
it. Jim
children
Crow,
in,
chattel slavery, all of it.
kids as alligator bait, eating black people, using our
All right,
hair
let's
as
keep going.
furniture, but you don't want it taking our land, raping and unaliving our children and
We can keep
grown-ups.
going.
I can do this all day, but you want to give the criminals
The criminal.
1.7. Boy, I tell you, if America ain't a white racist country, I don't know what it is. This is ridiculous. Now, you
Yeah.
know, other broadcasters, they're not going to talk like me and Miss Morningstar. You know, they got to follow a rule and, say what, but luckily, we can tell y'all how we really feel, and
Yeah.
it resonates with how you feel, because my goodness.
No matter who you chose, who you voted for. I'm listening. You all know this is ridiculous. You know this is what is going on currently in this administration is ridiculous. Don't matter who you chose, okay? Because even if you chose the wrong way, and you know now that you were duped. He's a thief. He's stealing from you. He's his whole cronies, Decepticons, are stealing from you. They're getting richer and richer while we're getting poorer because we are. I saw something on the news the other day. It said that the gas inflation has like put about a debt of $324 additional dollars per month for families. That's
Yes.
a lot of money. For some people, that's a lot of money just to have to come
For
up with.
most people.
Right, for most people, on top of having to still pay your regular bills that have increased, like your lights, your gas, your
Baby,
food.
why is my gas bill so high? Why did my water bill go from $75 to $115? This ain't no new water. I'm
You're
not
doing the
using more
same
water.
amount of water.
Same amount of water. Am I paying for a data center? It is because didn't nobody ask me Did nobody ask me if it was okay? Did somebody ask y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody ask you? I
And,
didn't say that I wanted a
they
data
throwing
center.
them things up everywhere. Check
Why
y'all.
do I have to pay for it? What? Check your water bills.
Check it.
And y'all do realize that they are getting tax cuts. These data centers. Some of them aren't even paying their water bills. But you know who's paying them? We are. Not to mention what they're doing to the environment. Oh man, I'm so sick. I'm sick of y'all. America, I'm tired.
And let's keep this in mind, y'all, too. There is a Ebola outbreak. Death toll is now at 131. Who's deeply concerned about the spread? Not your president. He
He
don't
don't
care.
care.
More than 130 people have died in the ongoing Ebola outbreak in the Dominican Republic of Congo, right? They found their first case of a U.S. citizen. They said they flew that citizen to Germany instead of back to the United States. Listen, we're about to have the World Cup here, okay? FIFA, they're about to be here, meaning people from all
Over the world.
over the world, different countries. Don't be fooled. And what is our CDC? They fired a lot of people.
A lot.
We
They
don't
just
have
have loyalists
nobody
still
to
in there.
do these right, to do the security that we had, that we actually had when we had Joe Biden and Dr. Fauci and everybody else who were scientists and understood medicine and understood viruses and how to create vaccines to combat these. Yeah.
But wait, you know what Senator Kennedy RFK Jr., Mr. He said we're
Mr.
working
Toxic
on it.
Man, toxic,
Mr. Toxic, Mr. Waste.
toxic,
He said we're
toxic
working on it. How are
man.
you working on it? You told people not to even take vaccines. Health and Human Services Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, Mr. Shaky, told ABC News on Monday that his agency is working to address the recent hantavirus and Ebola outbreaks, marking the first time he's commented publicly on the Ebola outbreak since the Center of Disease Control, CDC, and Prevention confirmed that an American had been infected with the virus in the Congo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he says, "Yeah, we're working on it."
That's exactly what it sounds like. Good
Yeah,
job,
we're
Steve.
working on it.
We're working on it.
Sir,
You
you ain't
know.
doing nothing. You don't even understand the magnitude of your job. You have no idea. You read a couple things and they tell you what to get out there and say. They done
Why?
took away all the scientists. There's no science behind this. Anybody that's believing a man who has a worm in his brain, baby.
Who wear Wrangler jeans to the gym, get in the hot tub, and drink unprocessed milk. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Who stops and cuts raccoon private parts off so he can take it back to his house and experiment. This is who we. This is y'all. This is where we at. This is where we at.
You gotta laugh at it. You gotta laugh to keep them crying because what the actual heck is going on? The
I know
man
you lie.
took his grandchildren instead of taking your
Oh my
grandkids to,
God.
a water park like everybody else in the world. He took them to a lake that had toxic waste in it. I am done.
That is so no lies at all. Took him to the toxic waste pool.
He said,
threw him in.
Experience. Y'all gonna get an experience. Y'all better check and see if he got life insurance on them kids. Anyway, yeah, he said, yeah, we're working on it. I'm over it. Put your mask on. Plain and simple. Just put your mask on.
Put y'all mask on, please. It's time. It is time to start getting masks again for real. Cause
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what's
no.
I don't know.
I wonder how his kids feel about him throwing their kids in some toxic waste. How does his
it probably happened to them? Sure, they probably. And if you did, you a fool for letting them go with your with their grandpappy, cause he crazy.
How was your trip with your granddaddy? it was great. We went down to the pond, and they had a big sign that said toxic waste.
Don't get in. But
Granddaddy,
Grandpappy
he
said
just
it was
threw us in
okay.
there. And we all went swimming. I was burning and itching afterwards, but Grandpa said that's part of the experience. Man, you can't make this
He
up.
said you
These
got to
people
build
are.
immunities. This is the best way to build immunities. Smell like diarrhea in here. Ew.
Yeah. We can make light of it and kind of kiki because it is funny when you think about it. But then I'm dead serious when I say, put your mask on, y'all.
Please, y'all. Because
If you're going to be flying on a plane, put your mask on. If you're going to be in a crowd of people and it's enclosed, put your mask on. If you're going to go to a football game, put your mask on because it's airborne. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like getting sick. And I don't like
and they ain't telling us everything.
Oh,
Trust and believe
not.
that. They not.
Just like, did they tell us anything about COVID? They said, oh, it was
No.
like the flu.
Oh, it was the flu. It'll just come and go.
It'll just go away. And then they, drink bleach. That's what the president, the frumpy, the man with the black hands, I bet you, maybe he should have drank some bleach.
They should have been like, here, sir, have a cup.
Tell us how you
How do you feel? Yeah, that's how it should have went. It should have went down just like that. Did you hear this?
Hold on, so let's come back.
Oh, take a break. Okay.
Yeah, let's jump into our commercial break, pay a few bills, and let's get into it. You are listening to Our Plugs and Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hand.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold Her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing. It's a movement. Our comfortable, confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, Tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugs.com. Also, check out Morningstar Boutique by Tam.com, where your light owns your style.
And we are back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Go ahead, Miss Morningstar. You had a something you wanted to mention.
Yeah, so first, I was getting ready to skip over one, but I think this is important. So Ketanji Brown Jackson, y'all know, she's SCOTUS, the only Black qualified SCOTUS.
Only one.
Only one that's overly qualified. She spoke out that the Supreme Court risks being seen a political after voting rights decision. So basically, they're not supposed to be political. They're supposed to be non-biased. Not
bipartisan or
bipartisan, or is that bipartisan? Yeah, they're not supposed to side with sides and do that. They're supposed to strictly go by the law. Okay, and she made a statement that they're at risk. Nonpartisan, right? Because they're at risk right now. She said this on Monday. That in the political, that the risk of being seen as political in the wake of a major voting rights decision, which she voted against. Her and two other justices who got common sense. Who
was the other one? Was it Amy Coney?
No, Amy didn't join in. It was the other two ladies, Mayorkas and
I know it's a Hispanic lady.
Yeah, it's a Hispanic lady, and then it's another lady. I forget her name, y'all. I can't remember everybody's name. But they the three that always the progressive, more progressive views, and they are always voting against this foolery that's happening. So yeah, they woke and aware. It's not them. So we know this is the Trump's administration's justice, but he ain't got all of them, but he got majority. So that's why
he's got 6, and I think it's 9, so he's got 6.
Yeah,
and they stacked the courts, and we're gonna have to boost it up to 11.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
do some term limits.
Exactly.
Get people up out of here. I mean, my goodness,
this is ridiculous.
It's crazy. Who gets a lifetime appointment to anything?
That need to be changed.
Sotomayor and Elaine Kagan.
Yeah. Sotomayor and Kagan. Yeah. So of course they voted against. So then the next thing is, did y'all hear about this? Trump administration plans to admit more white South Africans as refugees this year. So they plan on bringing in 10,000 more white African refugees to the United States.
But I thought they continue to push out everybody else.
Everybody of color.
Every other nationality.
Yeah. Anybody with the different color of them, that's not white.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. But, none of it surprises me anymore. We're dealing with an administration that hates everybody because they're just racist and white supremacists, period.
It's obvious. And
obvious.
If you want to argue with that, go argue by yourself, because I ain't arguing with you.
Well, I'm going to say this. Evidently, their racism has caught up with them, because his approval ratings, man. All right, so I'm going to read them to y'all. Yeah, in the toilet. In the sample polling, a total of 59% of voters said they disapproved of Trump's job performance, compared with the 37% who approved, a net approval of minus 22 points. How do you get minus 22?
Negative, y'all.
You're right, Miss Shanika. Even that is too high. It should be 100%, negative 100%.
It should be.
That is a demon. And anybody that's still rocking with this demon, well, birds of a feather
flock together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you just as much as one, because anybody who can sit here and say, "Oh, he's doing a great job," yeah, you're a demon. Yeah.
Yeah, and the only ones that he rocks with are the ultra wealthy, and half of the people that sit up here and try and make excuses for him, you don't have 2 pennies to rub together.
No.
Anyhow. So today's show is about it's How's Your Mental? And today's show is about stroke awareness, mind plus body connection. I love this. I think that everybody should know about the signs of a stroke. Stroke is a silent killer, and it's very, very critical, especially in the African American community.
Right.
So, are you ready to bring Miss Jack up? Let's
bring
coming to the stage.
Hey,
Hey, Miss Jack. Good morning, honey.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, TikTok.
Hey, my sister. I haven't been on in 2 weeks with her, so it's like, oh, I know. It's good to have you back.
Look at y'all.
We're just having a little moment.
Y'all are having a moment. Two little sisters. Give them a minute, y'all. Give them a minute.
Y'all give us some time.
No, we doing virtual stuff. Yeah.
You
gotta love on each other. That's beautiful.
But guess what I did yesterday?
What'd you do, girl?
I put my money where my mouth was.
And how'd you do that?
Because, on Ticketed Talk, I'll be talking about elections matter. So I had to go down to the polling sites.
Cast their stuff.
Do some things. Because, Georgia is one of them places where they are trying to do some foolish stuff, funny business.
Everywhere. Georgia, Texas,
Louisiana, Mississippi,
Louisiana, Alabama.
They're trying to confuse our voters, though. They're trying to get passed in Georgia, where they take the partisanship off of the ballot, where they could take off the Republican,
whether you're a Republican or
Democrat, they try, because it gives people that don't really know. Like, I did my research. I sat down, read up on the candidates, and knew who I was voting for. But you have people that just go and they just pick. And what they're banking on are people to come in and just pick names. And this sounds like whatever. Right. And it be the wrong party. Because what excuse could you give to take the partisanship off of it? Why would you take the party off of it?
Because they know they're going to lose. They know that America is pissed. Okay.
The kind of commercials we have here. This shows you how sad they are and how much they know they are losing. The commercials we get here, you will hear words, keywords, dog whistles. They will say, just like Trump, or patriots, or I'm going to do this with these migrants. They have keywords in even truck commercials.
Yeah,
they do.
I was like, are y'all kidding? They have to use that to let people know, hey, I know MAGA is easily fooled. So all I gotta do is put these words in there.
Ain't that pathetic?
It's
pathetic that you could be that easily tricked. I mean, we've been seeing this for the past few years now, how much they've been tricked out of their money.
They're not smart.
They not at all, not even a little bit.
A newborn baby has zero knowledge.
Yes, a newborn baby will cry if they feel evil. These demons, baby, please.
They want rough shoulders.
But at least they have a reasoning for being this slow. They learning everything. Newborns are learning everything. So they're sponges. They have a caveat to say, well, I just came out. I'm just getting here. I didn't know no better. These people won't even read up on the people that they're going to vote for.
Well, half of them can't read. So.
And there's that.
They bank on that, though.
Yeah. They're banking on people being dumb enough.
Exactly.
They're banking on people they
have to. They know that works, though. They are working with what works. They're going with what works for their base. And that is why they say certain things. We know it's not for us educated people.
No. I'm going to say this, Miss Jack. Now, I've been living in Texas almost 40 years. And Louisiana is our neighbor. And I've been in Louisiana. I can't even count how many times. The way Louisiana showed up and showed out this past weekend. And let's just be honest. Louisiana has never had a huge turnout. Well, guess what? The in thing to do now, the trend thing to do now, the hip thing to do now is to make sure that your rights aren't stripped from you. And I think that our children, and I think that people are waking up and saying, hold on now. What you mean? Our civil rights. They messing with our civil rights. So people are actually getting up and going to go vote. What? If they can go and stand in line to go get some tennis shoes, they can go and stand in line to go and vote.
Because this is a
Louisiana showed out.
Good.
It
This is a first in everybody's lifetime. Because most of us who weren't around during Jim Crow, you know.
They had a march in Selma.
They did. And people traveled from Chicago to Selma.
Alabama is a red state, people. This is, and I'm gonna start what I need to talk about, but I gotta say this part.
Go ahead, sis.
They never banked on. There's a certain thing that comes with research. You know, that's why they hate the uneducated. There's something that comes with research. When we're all college educated, which means that we were taught research. We had to write papers, but we also learned that you couldn't just turn in anything. You had to back it up with sources. There's a source page at the end. So this administration moves without that. They act first. They think second. So they acted irrationally.
Right.
People are not just going to let you take their voting rights. You didn't think this, because this state is a red state, that Black people were just going to say, oh, well, you know, it is how it goes. No, people protest. They know the strength. So they didn't bank on things like they don't expect things like that. So now it's shocking. And now we have these low poll numbers, but when was it high?
Yeah.
It wasn't even high when he was elected.
I mean,
allegedly.
Now, if you look at what's going on now, a lot of people, I feel, are realizing that, you know, the Dems were right. No matter what he tries to throw around, they were right. And especially, you know how some people are, they don't see it until it affects them. And some of them are being affected. They have to bring their parents home. They're having to pay out of pocket for that high medication, healthcare,
insulin is high,
gas,
very
food,
high.
You know, so people are realizing, hold on a second now, wait a minute, I didn't have all of this under Biden. I may not like Biden. I don't even like Kamala. However, I don't think she can have me out here.
Exactly. I wasn't feeling like this at the pump. Got to figure out how much can I afford.
And the funny ones that want to resist, you can see it, the pain all in their face. Oh, everything is great. It's going great. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's temporary pain.
Because you at home in a fetal position in a ball crying, talking about how you gonna get your next. You need $10 more to make it to the next paycheck. Because you ain't got it.
And the last thing I'm gonna say is what you just said are being said by people who support somebody that don't have to do that.
Exactly.
They support a rich person.
And somebody who is getting rich every day off of you. He's the president. He's not supposed to be making additional income off of his salary. That's not presidential.
Maybe he has cleaned out. That man has
billionaires.
America alive. I mean, it was a sick.
What happened to that first group of money for SNAP?
What happened to their Doge checks? Y'all get y'all checks yet?
The SNAP money was already gone when they rolled into that foolishness. The money was gone. We saw the email that said it had already been exhausted.
How we gonna pay them when the judge said y'all got to pay them? We ain't enough money. How we gonna? What y'all do with the money?
That's why he was arguing about it. Imagine you have a president. Imagine a judge have to tell a president to feed his country.
That's sad.
That's sad.
Not to even mention the military. Let's not even get into the military. Baby.
We have never not had food. The one thing we have always had is food. Our food travels with us every time I deploy.
Not anymore.
They came with us. The food came with us. We got food in.
They pulling troops back.
Yes,
they're pulling troops back.
They're lowering training. They're cutting our training for our soldiers.
You get what you get. You don't have a fit. That's Kitty words, and it's facts.
They know it. Everything is crashing because that's how he made it. The man is on a retribution campaign to destroy what he can. Anyway, so last time Kitty was here with me and Nikki, we didn't get to foster care awareness. So I'm just going to speak a little bit on that, and then I'll go into stroke awareness and then mind and body connection, because we never got to talk about it, because May is a month that is full of a lot. So if people didn't know what we do, as far as me and Nikki, what we talk about for mental health, we look at each month and we look at what is celebrated in that month or what type of awareness is in that month. And that is how we guide our topics, right? So for May, there was a lot. We try to cram a lot into it. So we started out with children's mental health, but foster care month was one as well. So that's why we had two. So I want to speak a little on that. So May is National Foster Care Month. It is dedicated to raising awareness for the 365,000 plus children in foster care.
And they want you to keep having kids. Go ahead. And they want you to keep having kids. I'm sorry.
As teenagers. You see what?
Teenagers.
Okay. It also honors the caregivers and supporting permanent homes. It focuses on supporting youth, increasing kinship care, and finding families for those waiting in the system. The purpose of it is to recognize the resilience of children in care and highlight the need for foster kinship families. Foster families, sometimes I'll just give y'all a quick example. Say you have a domestic violence situation at home, there's children, the police may come and take your kids to get them out of the situation and put them in like a temporary foster care. That's not the same as like being in permanent foster care. They may go to a family member. It's a temporary thing for them. But there are people that actually grow up in the system in foster care. The goal is to focus on strengthening families, promoting reunification, and that's one of the things that can happen: reunification, reunifying the child back to the parents. Sometimes you have mothers or fathers who may have maybe substance abuse situations, DV situations, an unclean home situation, a dangerous home situation. Anything that is a threat potentially to the child at the home, they may be removed from the home, and then a judge may give the parent, hey, these are the stipulations where if you do X, Y, Z, and we come and check, then you may be able to, we
get
can
your kids
fight with your child. They'll bring you back to your kid, and you may be watched or monitored, but, clearly something happened, so they had to take the child. So you really have to make sure you keep the steps, do what they ask you to do, because they could take them permanently, and that's what you don't want. It involves advocating for children, supporting volunteers, and highlighting the need for homes for teenagers and sibling groups. Now, that is something that I think is really, if you can keep children together, then please do that. I think one of the most heartbreaking things is to have a sister and a brother who've been around each other their whole lives and then have to go to foster care, and then one of them gets adopted and the other one don't.
For the mental health of those children, they should not even do that. They should always make
but it happens.
I know it does, because
they
so many.
They shouldn't separate those kids, because especially they're already leaving their home of what only thing they knew. Even if it was not a good environment, that's all they knew. And to have each other would be a sense of comfort, for a lot of them. So, system has to do that.
AJ is a foster parent.
Yes.
Yeah. A foster parent.
Kudos to DJ.
One of our ladies bugs.
Yes. One powerful Black woman said they foster kids 4 years ago, and it's hell if it's hug related. Oh, she couldn't deal with it, because you have, I said, different parents go through different situations.
It is not for the weak. It
It
is not for weak.
definitely is
I
not.
witness people. I know someone personally who has a girls group home, and she is phenomenal. She takes a lot, and she's responsible for all them girls. And they come in with a lot of problems.
Of course.
These kids have been through. You just don't understand. They have been through way more than us as grown people have been
As
through.
grown
That's
adults.
heartbreaking.
It is. So a lot of them have a lot of different issues, and you have to deal with them individually and try to, help
It's
them.
true.
It's very devastating how people do their kids. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. But
And we have, and that's what people got to understand. When you don't look into the system to see the types of children, the backgrounds of children that are in foster care, it's not always, hey, maybe something happened to the parents and now they're orphans and they have nowhere else to go and they wind up in the foster care system. It's not typically that anyway. Usually the children have been taken from a parent that may have a situation. And like she said, if they've been through 4 or 5 different traumatizing events, they are children, they are learning, they are growing, they are dealing with peer pressure, they are going to school, they have not had therapy for this trauma. And when you take a person like a child like that and then you put them in a home with somebody else that they don't know, now they have to try to learn you. They have to gauge if you're a danger or a threat to them. If this is a safe environment, I have to take time to feel comfortable. We may not be vibing on the same level. You may not be understanding how I need to be, handled because of what I've gone through. So it's going to take time. And that's what Ms. Morningstar is saying. It is a process. It is a lot.
And a lot of
be prepared mentally for that.
And a lot of these children are, as we know, are super smart.
Yeah.
They are super smart. So a lot of them know the system because they've been in the system so long. So they know how to play in the system. They know how to manipulate in the system. So you might get a kid that is a manipulator because that's what they know to do. So it is stressful, as she stated, because you have to, you have to cover yourself for your business, your personal, because kids. What do kids do? Kids lie. They're children. Kids do that. That's just kids do that. Right. I mean, they tell stories. That's just part of being learning.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of work involved. But it's sad at the same time because these kids were placed in these positions. They didn't ask to be here.
Exactly. They did not. Let me ask you this. And I know Ms. Morningstar, your husband works with foster kids and Powerful Black Woman. I know you foster kids. I don't know if DJ's on or not, but when you are fostering a child, do they put that child in therapy?
They do. I believe, I'll just expand on my girlfriend's experience. They do. They put them, some of them have to go to psych wards. It just all depends on the level of the child. And yes, they get therapy. They have social workers. They have counselors.
That's good.
I mean, some kids are very, they don't
they
want
can still, yes.
Because they are trained to be very
apprehensive of adults.
Yes.
Adults, authority figures.
Might be a threat to them. So you're dealing with a whole different denomination of type of kid. Like you don't know what
your service plan. So each one has their own individual plan. And based on what their needs are, that's how they manage that child.
They have medications. They have like a medication room where they have an actual nurse that's, distributing certain medications that these kids need. I mean, just think about these kids was just born and they was born and they wasn't born with all these comorbidities. This stuff was put on them from infant all the way to maybe 6 years old. And now they, paranoid or this, that. It's sad. It
is. And it breaks my heart, and then you say to yourself, what can I do as a person? I may not be able to foster, but I can volunteer. I can help.
Yes.
In some way.
Volunteering. Right. That's what the aspect of foster care month is. Supporting volunteers, because people do volunteer. And the opposite of sibling groups was teenagers. So if you can adopt, please adopt, but please try to adopt a teenager and give them a chance, because they will need guidance.
It's hard
before becoming an adult and getting thrust into this world. I know most people want a baby, you know. They may not be able to have their own child. They may just be, all their kids are grown and they want more children in the house. And teenagers get overlooked more than younger. It's just,
I bet
people just want younger kids. But I know if I wanted to adopt, I would definitely not want to be up in the middle of the night with little kids. I would want
I would want a teenager.
Preteen. Give me a preteen.
I don't know, y'all. That's what y'all say. But
I would definitely do a teenager before.
I don't want no baby. I don't want no baby. I'm 51. But they're the ones that get
you may not be able to sleep with them. I just been hearing the stories I hear. Telling y'all, we had to talk off the line, but the stories I know in here, yeah. My poor girlfriend, she don't get no sleep, no rest.
With a teenager?
Yeah, yes. Because
you gotta think about it.
Teenager feel like
I'm grown.
I'm about grown, but all of them
maybe a preteen.
Yes, I want a preteen.
They know them too. They know the system.
Well,
so they know how to play you against the system. They know I'll call my social worker because you did this to me.
See,
even if you didn't,
back home.
And that opens up a whole can of worms, you know.
I'm such a pushover though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm such a pushover. I can admit it. I'm a pushover. I feel like kids should be able to express themselves and be able to do what they need to do.
But
not where they're using you.
No, but I think in a regular context with kids like that you're raising, but when you are getting other people's children who are coming from situations that are beyond your control, like you didn't get them to where they are now, because they might be at let's just give it a scale, 1 through 10, they might be at an 8 because they've been through so much trauma, and then they come to your doorstep and now they've learned how to be manipulative, they've learned how to be sneaky, they've learned how to steal, they've learned how to play the system for them, because it's a hustle.
It's for their
not even survival. A hustle. It's
for their survival, because that's what they've learned to get what they want.
They have to do what they have to do.
And it's sad to see, that happens to
they
quite a bit of
can't feel safe with adults. If think about it, if you've had to bounce from foster care to house,
you wouldn't feel safe. I wouldn't trust y'all.
As an adult,
you're not going to feel a lot of things. You're not going to feel wanted, cared for. You're going to be scared constantly. A lot of those children don't even unpack their bags. And when they go somewhere else, like was a guy that used to come on my other live, and he was adopted, and he said it took him a while when he got into his permanent home to even unpack his suitcase. He was living out of his suitcase because he said, I'm so used to having to repack it and leave, so I don't even feel comfortable. And he said he took that into adulthood when he moved in with his now wife, Lex. His name is Lex. I think y'all talked to Lex.
Yeah, Lex.
And so they're so programmed, and it's sad to say it like that, but they're so programmed to be in fight or flight or survival mode.
And a lot of them do flight. That's another thing. Yeah. They get somewhere and they don't feel the vibe, or they not feeling it. They out.
They run away. Now you're a runaway.
Now you have to go find them, or you have to go get out here and, as the guardian, you have to file a police report, do the chase, try to see where they went. Who are they staying with? Like, who are they talking to? These kids got phones, social media, all that stuff.
Everything.
So it's
a lot.
There's a different.
And I'm gonna say this before we go to break. Priscilla, she is a part of Our Plug. She said, I grew up in the foster system and I am grateful for my journey. She said, I am blessed. And Priscilla P, we love you for that. We really do. I mean, the mere fact that you're crazy as all get out, but you're our amount of crazy, and we love you for that. And the foster care system that you did grow up in, they did a great job. You're a pretty stand up, cool
Right.
chick. Crazy, but you're still cool
It's
in my
easy.
book. Hey, Soldier Summers. Well, let's take a quick commercial break. We got to pay a few bills, and then we'll be right back. You're listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
What's up, everybody? Scott Cologne, District Attorney and candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Mississippi. I had a great time talking about my campaign with the crew at the Community Connection morning radio show. I'm running because Mississippi matters. Our families are paying more for less, and our rural hospitals are under serious threat. I spent my career fighting for my community, and I'll bring that same fight to Washington. Folks in the Holly Springs area and the worldwide should check out our convo and visit cologneforsenate.com because Mississippi matters.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Hello, everybody. My name is Monica Meeks. I'm a wife, a mom, and a soldier for life. And I'm running for the 19th Judicial District Circuit Court Clerk for Montgomery and Robertson County in Tennessee. I am so grateful for Our Plug LLC for giving me an opportunity to share my platform and explain why I'm running for office. Early voting is July 17th through August 1st, with the final day of voting on August 6, 2026. I'm an independent candidate, and I appreciate your support.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. So we are back, and we are talking today about stroke awareness and mind plus body connection. We're going to jump right into this topic to make sure that we hit all that we can in this short amount of time. We get to talking, and before we look up, it's like, oh my goodness, we only got 5 minutes left. But let's get into stroke awareness. What do you have for us, Mrs. Jack?
So first of all, I'm always as transparent as I can be. So April 12th, my dad had a stroke, and oddly enough, it was the day after my mom's service. So to say that I have been in a whirlwind of emotions and mental health, I have gotten therapy, and I talked to him. He is now in rehab. But it was very scary. It's a very scary situation. And I've talked to my dad and understood that You can't prepare yourself for that, you know. He's going through a lot of emotional challenges. He's going through feeling like his body is, giving up on him on one
Right.
side. And, he has days where he's happy, days where he's cranky, and it's just a full range of emotions. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what it is, and then we're going to talk about some of the warning signs. Okay. So a stroke occurs when blood flow to the brain is interrupted. For the people that doesn't know, a stroke occurs in the brain. It affects either side of the body. If it occurs on the left side of the brain, it affects the right side of the body, and vice versa.
It also can
Go ahead.
also have a stroke in your heart. So it's a brain bleed and a heart bleed. There are two different kinds.
Wow.
But keep going. Keep going.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So what happens, the blood flow to the brain is interrupted, depriving the brain cells of vital oxygen. Every minute counts, as millions of brain cells die when a stroke goes untreated. So recognizing the symptoms and acting immediately can mean the difference between life, death, or permanent disability. With my dad, when we got to the house that morning, we were getting ready to leave. My aunt calls me. She says, "Hey, go to your dad's house," which I was already on the way to his house. She said he's real bad sick. He was slurring his speech when he called his sister, which my aunt. So when we get there, he's slumped in a chair. He can't really move his arm and his leg on the left side of his body. So my husband, who's a physical therapist, he's just rubbing and massaging it. I am on the phone with 911. So when the ambulance get there, maybe like 6 or 7 minutes, they're doing as much as they can, asking as many questions as they can before they get him into the ambulance, and then we follow them to the hospital. And when he got there, he had more mobility. He could open his hand, lift things, lift his leg and stuff, but he lost that later that evening. So he had gotten himself upset. And again, people, it occurs in the brain. So I think he triggered it. And now he's going through, trying to lift the leg up. So it does really make a difference staying calm and getting treatment immediately. There was a lot of things that happened between going to the doctor like a couple days before. I didn't know my dad had a prior stroke about 20 years ago. Found that out when they were giving his history. So please make sure you talk to your family members and get all of these things in medical history when they aren't able to give it to you themselves.
Did your dad have high blood pressure?
Yes, my dad has high blood pressure. My dad has COPD and was smoking. So there was a lot going on.
Yeah,
He
a lot.
overloaded his body. That pretty much is what happened. And when you're not taking care of yourself and you're pushing it to the limit, it has two things it's going to do. It's going to keep going or it's going to stop. And his was stopping. So it's been
and it is a very silent mover. So that's another thing. You don't know when it's going to come or hit. It will just hit. And
he had already eaten breakfast.
Yeah, but some people they're not so lucky because I lost my aunt years ago because of a stroke because she wasn't taking her medication,
right?
Her blood pressure medication.
And it is crucial. I'll say this really quickly, and then I'm gonna turn it back over to Ms. Jack. My mother had congestive heart failure, and my mother had her first stroke at 24. My mother was born with heart issues, but she was born in 1950.
Yeah.
And she was born in North Carolina.
Okay,
and it's like, right down the street from you, baby. I told you we cousins. Anyway, outside of sisters. Not in the 50s, we didn't have technology. We didn't have the resources we needed. Yeah. So my mother lived and dealt with heart issues. They said she was really sick all the time when she was younger. They didn't have that until my mother married my dad and they went to the military, and then they started working on her. I'm saying this to say, I said that to say this. Our parents who grew up in that era, they didn't have it when they were younger. We have the resources. Please go to the doctor and take your medicine. Please take your medicine.
He has blood pressure medicine he takes every morning. They gave it to him in the hospital. Once they did his MRI, I think he had to get a CT scan as well. They couldn't give it to him until they did that, and they gave him his medication. But by that time, his blood pressure was higher, so they wound up having to give him another one a little later just to get him calmed down because he's frantic, he's scared, he's nervous. Blood pressure is like sky high. So we're going to learn it's called Be Fast, the Be Fast warning system, BEFAST. Spotting the stroke quickly requires checking for these specific warning signs. So the B stands for balance, sudden loss of balance, coordination, or dizziness. My dad had to sit down. He actually said that he dropped down into the chair. That was his loss of balance. He never said anything about dizziness, but I'm sure it was a little discombobulation or disorientation as well. So sudden loss of balance. E stands for eyes, sudden vision changes, blurriness, or loss of sight. Some people that have strokes actually lose their vision because, again, everything occurs in the brain and your eyes are right there. So depending on however close it is, because it's different parts of the brain, it may affect your vision as well. So B for balance, E for eyes. F is face drooping. One side of the face droops or is numb. Ask the person to smile to check for unevenness. Now, my dad, if you look at me, you are looking at my dad's face as a man. But he already had like an indentation kind of in his jaw. But you could see that his mouth was just pinched here. Yeah. Part of his mouth was still open, but you could hear just this corner. So he has occupational therapy. He does speech therapy. The lady actually had him call me on the phone as part of his speech therapy, just so I could hear his voice to see if it sounded different, because that's something they work on too. But his was not as prominent. Some people's whole side of their mouth is drooping and the face droops as well. Yeah. It's not just the mouth, it's the whole like side of their face.
Their face is right. It just drops.
So they ask you to smile to see if that goes up, because usually when you smile, you can't lift those muscles. Yeah. So the A part is arm weakness. One arm feels weak or numb. Ask the person to raise both arms. Does one arm drift downward? Some people can't raise anything. It's either total paralysis or, kind of like my dad, when he first got to the hospital, he could lift it and all that stuff. Now it's just drooped. He can lift it a little bit. When they put the TENS machine on him, he can lift it more. But that's one of the signs, and especially on the same side. Most of the time, and I've never heard of a stroke where it was the opposite sides. It's not the same side. So one arm will feel weak or numb, and it should be the same side as your face or your leg.
Yeah, it's your entire left side.
S is speech difficulty. Speech is slurred or hard to understand. Ask the person to repeat a simple sentence, which goes along with, the numbness in the mouth and trying to, formulate your mouth with half of it being, I just say numb, but, kind of immobile. It's going to sound different. Like you're on the phone talking to somebody. You can understand if there's food in their mouth when they're talking to you. You'll be able to hear the difference. And then T, time to call 911. It's what the T stands for. If you observe any of these signs, call emergency services immediately. And this is for either somebody that walks up on somebody and you're trying to see if they have a stroke, or if you're feeling these things yourself, because you still have the other, side of your body, but you can still use a phone. My daddy said, I can still drive. I don't need this side of my body to drive. The therapist said, Mr. Jones, no, you can't. You use your whole body to drive. So you're going to deal with some people that's stubborn like my daddy. So yours.
My brother. You know what? One more that you didn't mention, Miss Jack. If you stick your tongue out and your tongue goes to the left, you're having a stroke. So, and you relax your tongue,
see that with smiling,
and it goes to the left, you're having a stroke. And if it just drifts off, you can't control it. It just goes to the left. Yeah, I know T Wiz.
All of us.
Yes.
All of us.
Yes.
Yes. You gonna stop talking about your daddy, Miss Morningstar. I ain't gonna be quiet. Daddy, Miss Morningstar in here talking about you.
No, I ain't.
Anyway. I'm snitching. I'm sorry, y'all. Back to the program.
Let's talk
about
a little bit of prevention measures while she's snitching. Get her. Up to 80% of strokes are preventable. Did y'all hear that?
80%.
Rarely do we have anything 80% preventable.
Yeah, that's high.
80.
Real good.
You can significantly reduce your risk by managing underlying health conditions and making healthy lifestyle choices. It is not a joke and it is not a game, but it is very real. When you are feeling fine, my dad told me out his mouth, I breathe fine smoking. I don't know what you talk about. My lungs feel like they are just fine. I've never had a trouble breathing. Sir, you got COPD and you smoke.
Your daddy.
You have a bag full of about 50
I don't know what you talk about.
inhalers in his house.
Your daddy.
I said, why do you have all these inhalers, Daddy? They keep sending them to me.
I'm not gonna laugh if this not funny. I'm not gonna laugh. It is not.
And day by day, he means VA.
He don't know why they send
it. And he don't take
them. And said, why they keep sending me these?
He just put them in the bag, huh?
He just put them in the bag. Because he said, and I'm not joking, because he said, I don't have any problems breathing.
I'm just fine.
I breathe just fine. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, he has not been smoking for almost a month and a half because he had a stroke.
Right.
Because he's been hospitalized.
In therapy.
He said, maybe I quit smoking.
You didn't have a choice, Daddy, but okay.
Good. Take it as
you
a win.
You have a choice.
I'm taking it as a win.
It's a win.
He said this scared him.
Good. Not good, but sometimes you got to shake the room just a little bit.
So
okay.
Making healthy lifestyle changes are really real. Manage high blood pressure. This is the single biggest contributing factor to stroke risk. My dad had high blood pressure. He was taking aspirin every morning for high blood pressure, and then he had a high blood pressure medication. Carol, aspirin is supposedly a good.
Aspirin is, yes.
I thought it was for the heart.
It will lower your blood pressure.
The blood pressure too, apparently.
However, if you have blood pressure medication, you have to talk to your doctor about taking aspirin with your blood pressure medication.
It's not at the same time. But
no, it doesn't have to be.
To take both. Yes.
Yeah.
And he had a prior heart attack before. Let's not forget that part either. I found that out at the hospital when they asked, have you had a prior stroke? And he was like, yeah. Him and my aunt was like, yeah, he did. He had a heart attack too about 20 years ago. This is me.
What?
Where was I at? You know what, Miss Jack? You were away in the military 20 years ago, and they probably just didn't want.
And they weren't gonna tell you because they won't worry you.
Tell you to worry.
That's the famous line. I ain't want to worry.
I ain't want to worry you, but you know, you have been out.
I was stunned for about 2 to 3 whole minutes of just, excuse me, and then I'm listening to him just explaining, and they both, yeah. I said, okay, cool. Let's keep going because I can't even focus. I couldn't process nothing. When I tell you I couldn't process anything, because this is the day after my mama's.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Mm-hmm. It was a lot going on.
I can't even
let's give a word out to our seniors out there listening on WKRA. Please don't put y'all kids through this. Please talk to us. Talk to us and let us know about your medical history. Please. Do not have us in the hospital guessing. Please, and thank you. We love y'all. We love y'all way too much to have to guess. So please, have them hard conversations with us. All right, go ahead, Ms. Jack. Go ahead.
So manage your high blood pressure. If you got blood pressure medication, take it. My friend
Take
had
it.
some, and she was like,
Every
"Oh,
day.
make me go to
Every
the
day I
bathroom."
do.
Well, take
Every
it
day.
and
Take
drink a
it.
lot of water.
It's making you go to the bathroom because you have too much fluid on you, and you
Yes.
have to go
There's
so
a
your
reason.
blood pressure will
It has
come
to,
down.
it
It's
has to
doing
push
what
the
it's
fluid
supposed to do.
out, right?
Y'all
Be
gotta
happy
take
that
y'all
you can
medicine.
still
I
go
keep
to the
telling
bathroom
don't
by yourself, right?
take your medicine.
Take your medicine
Every
for
day.
Take
blood.
it.
Control your blood sugar. Keep your diabetes well managed. People, they don't just give you insulin for nothing. They don't tell you to try to get your weight down for nothing. They don't tell you to stop eating certain foods for no reason. That's because you went to the doctor and they're like, you are at a high risk for stroke if you don't get your diabetes control.
Can't eat bacon every day.
But
It's good.
it's
But
good. And I like
It
thick
is. It's
rice,
delicious.
okay?
Mine too with
That's some
pepper on it,
bacon.
but no, not every day.
We love bacon.
Monitor heart health. Watch for conditions like atrial fibrillation, which is an irregular heartbeat. Adopt healthy habits. Maintain a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and avoid smoking and heavy alcohol, which my dad wasn't really a
Big drinker.
I ain't gonna say that because him and Budweiser was best friends at one point.
You ain't finna lie to yourself.
No, I'm not even gonna tell y'all that story. No. So try to maintain.
And just notice, y'all, exercise does not have to be strenuous. It could be
Mm-mm,
just
walk.
up the street, down or
Yeah.
back up the street, back and forth, and that's it. I mean, seriously, it doesn't have to be
That's
like
simple.
crazy.
You don't have to go to a class. You don't have to sign up for you can just go for a walk.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's all I have for all of my. We made it. We made it with like.
We made it.
Yes,
We
we
got
made
some minutes to
it. We
spare.
made
A
it.
couple minutes to spare.
But please, like I have had, like my mom, when I made her first primary care appointment, switching from Florida to Georgia, I'm sitting in there with her. Like my mom's hand was kind of stuck, so like this. So what she told me was, well, they gave me this little ball to, kind of massage, and it'll open up eventually. I don't know.
What was that from? A stroke?
Yeah, the doctor said. She goes, oh, hi, Miss Rainer. Let me see your hand. Oh, this looks like such and such. It usually happens when you have a stroke. Have you ever had a stroke? I said no. My mama said yes. I had 2.
Oh.
Is that how you looked at it?
Miss Jack, let me just in your parents'
Wait. There's more.
You weren't gone in the military. They didn't want to worry you, baby. That's it.
That's the word.
Keep
right
that.
there.
Keep that, because I said, you ain't never tell me that. She said, I don't have to tell you everything. The doctor said, I know she didn't just tell you that.
Yeah, she did.
Yes, she did.
I was fighting hard in your parents' defense.
That would have been mine. Mom, I ain't
gotta tell you everything. That would have been mine too.
2. You had 2.
Yeah.
That's what was wrong with your hand.
Yeah, and it happens, our parents, they raised us, y'all. And they don't want to, like my mom.
They don't want to reverse.
Side note, let me tell y'all something. When your parent has to go to the hospital, they will turn into the biggest children. Baby, my daddy acted like a whole 4-year-old.
You are going to stop talking about your
tantrum.
I'm going to call Mr. Jones.
I'm going to call him right now, because you're going to stop talking about it.
Tantrum.
I'm snitching. I'm telling everything.
Tell it, because I had to call him.
You know what?
When I knew.
I'm going to send him the show and let him hear how you talking about him
Me
on
and my
WKRA 92.7 The Change. You're going to stop talking about your daddy now.
Me and my aunt had to plot on how to talk to him.
Belt now.
We had to plot on how to have the conversation with him. Say, well, look, you just got to tell him. Mm-hmm.
But, Miss Jack, in your parents' defense, you were gone in the military and they didn't want to worry you. And
they
we made it to the last. I'm not going to argue back and forth with you because I'm telling you. I'm going to tell it.
I was like,
Mrs. Jack, we have made it to the end of the show. Thank you so much for spreading the awareness.
Yes, that was really informative.
Yes. And,
Please
you know,
get help.
we all go through our own trials and tribulations. So it's our job to make sure that we share the knowledge so that our, folks
Absolutely.
can learn. So thank you, Miss Jack. Any last words outside of I'm telling?
Um, if you can adopt, please adopt.
All right, that sounds good. Please adopt.
Please
Please.
adopt.
Miss, great show, sis. Thank you. Very good show.
Yes, very good.
Miss Morningstar, can you please take us home?
Take me home. Of course I can. Memphis, Tennessee, Holly Springs, Mississippi. As always, thank you for joining us on this beautiful hump day, y'all. Get ready to let's get this week cleared, okay? Because we got a long weekend ahead of us. We got 72 hours. So y'all have a great day today. Be prepared for tomorrow morning. Come back at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time and join us for some political tea. As we get into the mess of the mess, you already know we're gonna have Deuce and DJ here, so it's gonna be great. But y'all make sure y'all come back and see us now here. You hear? All right. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, WKRA 92.7 The Change, and also YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and all our listening audience. We love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through and supporting us as always. We out. As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guests. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.